Hello and welcome everyone to this another Thursday on the Blue Couching Company, and you are the Blue Couchers and you're my company on the Blue Couch, and I welcome you. And today is what? The Big Thumbs Up Thursday. And so I welcome you. I thank you for tuning in or watching the video a little bit later. And hope that your week has been going well. Hope that everyone out there is doing well. And this weather is really wacky crazy. So it was very warm this morning when I went out before 8 o'clock. Here in the Carolinas, it was already 51 degrees, which is very warm for that time of morning. And I think we have probably got temperatures as high as somewhere between 65 and 68 degrees today. And so I don't know if we're having an early spring or not, but I welcome it if we are, and if we are not, then we just have a little bit more cold weather to deal with. Just want to get some preliminaries out of the way. I want to just first of all thank all of you who tune in to the Big Thumbs Up Thursday, and those who have joined my Facebook and follow me, and Instagram. I just want to say thank you very much, and I appreciate you for taking interest in what I do and following me. And I also want to mention those who also follow me on the nonprofit organization Living Wells of Love Foundation, where we help support NGOs and nonprofits who provide the best of training and education and developmental skills to disabled children and women. And if there's some disabled men, we help them too. And so I just want to thank you. I just want to remind you that on tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, I will be doing my Love Launchers Giving Friday, and promoting the nonprofit and helping to raise funds to help support the efforts of those who are working in the fields and those who are hard at work trying to help others. And so that's what love does. Love helps, love assists, and love do the best it can to make it a better world for everyone. And so I have a beautiful gift basket that I'm raffling off with a lot of good little goodies in there, and I showed you that on last Friday, which was our first Friday coming out for the nonprofits. So if you want to be a part of what I'm doing, if you want to partner with me, if you want to be a donor or a sponsor, just go to www.livingwellsoflove.org, and that is Wells with an S. That's www.livingwellsoflove.org. And I named it as such because we are living wells. We're filled up with the love of Jesus Christ. I will never be ashamed to profess the Lord in my life. And we like to share kindness, and we like to share love to those who we come in contact with, and those who are less fortunate, and those who are vulnerable in our society and across the globe. And so if you feel like you want to be a volunteer or a partner, a sponsor, or a donor, feel free to contact me on the contact page, all right? And you can also go to, excuse me, my personal website page at lovebeyondpain.com. And there you can find out a little bit more about me, and you can see some of my books there. And we're going to get this show on the road. Today I am going to be making blackened tilapia with a rub, and we're going to have ginger and cilantro rice. We're going to have that, and along with that we're going to have butter garlic spinach. Okay, So what I'm going to make first here is the rice is already cooked, but I am going to go ahead and put a little bit of oil in my pan, just a little bit of olive oil, and so that the ginger and the cilantro can cook a little bit. And I'm gonna throw some rice in there, stir that up a little bit, put that aside, and then I'm gonna bring on the garlic spinach. Excuse me, I apologize for that. I guess I should have some water nearby for me to drink. Sinuses. But yeah, let's get this show on the road. I hope everyone is doing well out there today. And so much is going on in the world, and I'm sure a whole lot is going on in each and every one of your lives as well. Things happen to other people, things happen in your own family, things happen in my family. So, you know, we just try to deal with life as best we can, okay? So let's get started with this. I'm going to put just about maybe a tablespoon of olive oil in my pan. Not very much. And I am going to turn my heat up a little bit. Let's see here. I'm going to put my ginger in it because we're making ginger. This is going to be ginger and cilantro rice. All right, so I'm going to put that in. So I don't know what the weather is like where you are, but from what I understand, there's going to be some snow and sleet and ice in various parts of the country. And, you know, just be careful out there. If you find yourself in some ice, just be careful out there. They always warn us not to go out and try to drive in the snow and ice, but some people just got to try it. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and put my, I always love to smell that. This is coriander or cilantro, so I'm going to add that in there. Stir that around a little bit. So this is ginger and coriander or cilantro. So I hope that you all are doing well, and I would like to sometimes hear from some of you all. You know, feel free to send me a comment or send me a comment later. If you got some suggestions, I'll take suggestions. If you have a question, I'll look at your question and answer it on my next episode. And so, you know, we get to know each other. All right. I'm going to turn the heat up on this just a little bit. All right. Now I can hear it cooking. It never fails when I start to do this show that I don't get a tweet, and it interrupts my flow here on the phone. But it's okay. It's all right. So I'm going to take my rice, and like I said, this is already pre-cooked. It smells really good. And toss some rice around in there like that. And this is not stir-fried rice. I don't know if you all can see that or not. It's just white rice that has some garlic and some coriander in it. And the other thing I'm going to add to this, just to give it a little sweetener, and this is what I'm going to add, just a few drops of this in there, and this is a sweet cooking seasoning. All right, so I'm just going to add a little bit of this in there. Okay. Don't want that to stick to the pan. If you have some recipes that you would like me to try, you know, everything that I do is pretty basic. There's really nothing all that difficult about it. Because remember, I told you that this is not a cooking show, but I like to cook. And so this is a show where hopefully you can come and get some hope, healing, and encouragement. All right, so we're going to take this out. You know, and what I'm making is really, really quick. Nothing all of that difficult to do. I'm going to scoop this up, put it on the plate for right now. Oops, get my little spoon out of there. Really simple. Go ahead and pre-cook your rice. And I did cook it with some ginger in it, or, you know, boiled it with some ginger in it. But I also got fresh shredded ginger in here. So we got our ginger rice here. Get all that out. Okay, so this is ginger rice with coriander in it. So I'm gonna just sit this aside for right now. And that'll go along with our meal. I made a coconut custard pie earlier today. And so I'll eat some of that a little bit later on tonight. So what we're gonna do next, I'm gonna go ahead and do the spinach. It is the sauteed garlic spinach. I'm gonna go ahead and put some more olive oil in my pan. All right. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. I'll reach over here and get my garlic. This is 6 garlic cloves. All right, I'll put that in there. All right. So we're gonna do a blackened tilapia today to go with this rice and go with the spinach, which I think the combination of a ginger rice and sauteed spinach with garlic would taste really good all together. So you know spinach doesn't take that long to cook. I just want the garlic just to cook a little bit. Pop in there. All right, calm down, calm down. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put my spinach in. You know, sometimes spinach look like it's a lot, but then once it cooks down, it really isn't that much. So like I was saying, if you have some particular topics that you would like to for me to discuss when I come on, you know, just let me know. If you have a question that you want to ask, feel free to ask me a question. I'll be more than happy to try to answer it for you. And if I can't answer it right then and there, I'll just say I'll have to get back to you on that. Okay. So this is sauteed garlic. I'm going to add a little butter in this. So we got our garlic in. You can add salt and pepper to it if you want to. I'm just going to put about a tablespoon of butter in here. A little bit more here. And I hope you can hear me. I know last time some of my family up north in New York had chimed in and said that they couldn't hear me. So I hope you can hear me. As you can see, it doesn't take very long for spinach to cook. And the reason why I'm cooking all this before the fish is because I don't want the fish oil and the fish taste to mix in with my rice and my spinach. So as you can see, it doesn't really take all that long for this to cook. Alrighty. You grab me a plate here, put that, or a bowl to put this in. And this is garlic sauteed spinach. 6 cloves of garlic. You can add a little pepper, a little salt, add some butter to it, toss it around. And I'm going to transfer this to my bowl so I can get my fish going here. All right. So we got that all done. We'll set that aside here. All right, so let's start on this blackened tilapia, okay? Hey! All right, so that is our sauteed spinach that we're going to have with the rice. And so I'm going to sit that up there. And we're going to start on this, this blackened tilapia here. So what I'm going to do with the tilapia, of course, I'm going to put a little bit more oil in my pan because we're going to be cooking with fish. So I don't want it to burn. Got a little sticking going on from the other. I am going to add just a little bit of butter to this. All right. And so here's my tilapia. And I want to let you know what's going to go on, you know, as far as the rub, what's in the rub, so that way you'll have it. So this rub, I'll show you. In here, this is going to be the dry rub, okay? So you got 3 tablespoons of paprika, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and that's more or less for taste. You can have it or not have it. 1 teaspoon of dry oregano, 1 teaspoon of dry thyme, 1/2 teaspoon of celery seeds, and 1 tablespoon of salt to taste, with salt or without salt. It's up to you. And I'll repeat that again if you didn't catch it. And so what we're going to do is that we're going to rub that, all of that on this fish here before we put it in our pan. So let me just wash my hands right quick because I'm dealing with fish. Hold on 1 second. right, and I'm back. The one thing I did forget, far as the sauteed spinach, you want to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on it, okay? Squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on it. All righty. Let's move this around. Get that fish ready for this pan. So I'm gonna shake some of this down in the bottom of my pan. I got 4 pieces of tilapia here. You want to press down on this tilapia to make sure that the rub is getting down in there. Okay, you can shake some on top. And this is called blackened tilapia. And of course, it's called a rub because you're gonna rub it. All right. Rub that, season it in there pretty well. Press down on it. Make sure that the seasoning is getting in there. And go ahead and flip it over. Press down on this side. And there we are. Gonna drop this in the pan. Now this should taste really good. I got it down on low so I can just go ahead and get these other 2 in so those won't burn while I'm got my attentions over here. All right. So while that's cooking, I'm gonna repeat the ingredients to this rub again. All right. Rub that in. Rub, rub, rub. Press, press, press. Flip this over. Okay. I'll put these other 2 pieces in. And this should turn out pretty well. All right. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's turn my heat up just a little bit. Can you see that? Can you see that cooking? Yes or no? Can you see that cooking? I can't bring it back too far on the edge, you know. Okay, thank you. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. All right. Okay, so that smells pretty good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna repeat this rub, the ingredients to make the rub for your fish. And I assume that you could probably use it on salmon as well, okay? But it's 3 tablespoons of paprika, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and that's really up to you whether you want it, you know, cayenne pepper is kind of hot. 1 teaspoon of dry oregano, 1 teaspoon of dry thyme, or thyme, a half a teaspoon of celery seeds, and 1 teaspoon of salt, but it's up to you how you want to use the salt. I use Goya on everything that I cook with. I don't really use salt. And so on the rice, this is your cilantro or coriander, rice, and ginger, all right? And so what I did was I pre-cooked my rice, and then I kind of put my ginger and my coriander in the pan in a little bit of oil, and then put some rice in it and just kind of stirred it up all together. So that's ginger rice. It's not ginger fried rice, but that's ginger rice. And then we're gonna have our sauteed spinach, 6 garlic cloves, put some butter, some oil in the pan, season it to your liking. And this, believe it or not, this is 1 bag of spinach. It looks like a lot in the bag, but actually it's not that much. Okay, so let's see how our fish is doing. I want to make sure that it kind of cooks, I would say anywhere from 3 to 4 minutes on each side. You want to make sure it's done. Tilapia is pretty easy to cook. Fairly easy to cook. And I made a coconut custard pie. I think that smoke is getting in my throat. Coconut custard pie earlier today, so our sister is coming to pick up one of those, and I'll have a slice out of the other one a little bit later on tonight. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. Looks beautiful. Okay, let that cook on that side a while, then I'll flip it back over again. Now I'm going to turn this fan on me up for just a little bit, because I'm getting hot. You can take a little bit of lemon and kind of squeeze it on there. Any questions? Any suggestions? I don't have a whole lot to talk about today. But if you have a question or any suggestions or any comments, I'll be more than happy to respond. All right. All right, that's cooking pretty good. And it does look like blackened tilapia, for sure. We'll see how everything tastes once you put it all together. Can you use flounder? Yeah. You can use flounder. I think the rub can go on any type of fish. But yeah, flounder, salmon, because I know you like salmon, tilapia. Just, you know, put it on there, rub it, press it down into the fish. Thank you. I need your prayers today. Pray for me. As your sister would always say to me, stay current, stay current. As the song goes, I've had my good days, I've had my hills to climb. I've had my weary days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. I won't complain. All have in Europe. You know, if I don't get corny sometimes, it make my own self laugh, I'll cry. Sometimes you gotta make your own self laugh. So sometimes you gotta get corny, silly, stupid with yourself, and go ahead and cry and get it over with. Stop, Joe. Stop, Joe. Oh boy, you're gonna make me look even sillier. Oh boy. Oh, you see my tears rolling down. You see my tears rolling down my face. Oh well. Life goes on, sis. So I'm gonna flip this over one more time just to make sure that it's done. And while that's, you keep an eye on it. While that's cooking, I'm gonna go blow my nose and wipe my eyes. I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. So I guess I can turn the heat down on this. I don't want it to fall apart on me. All right. I see why they call it blackened. I see why they call it blackened tilapia. Because that rub really makes it have a dark color to it. You know, there was a guy, one of my sponsors, he said to me, he said, you make things look so easy when you're on Facebook. And I said, if you only knew. If you only knew what I go through prior to getting up here. But as our dear brother Victor said, life is beautiful. You know, you take the sunshine with the rain. I'm trying to think of what that song was that, oh, let the sun shine in. Ma used to sing, oh, let the sun shine in, face it with a grin, smilers never lose, frowners never win, oh let the sun shine in. Anyway, that's my quirkiness for today. So we have it. So it's all done. Oh, here's the blackened chicken. I mean, the blackened chicken. Here's the blackened tilapia. All right. So I'll put this all together. And what did it say here? Oh, let the sun shine in. Yeah. Oh, let the sun shine in. So I put this all together and take a picture of it and put it on my page. So I thank you all for joining me. Again, I just want to send you out some reminders that on Friday is our Love Launchers Friday, and that is where I will come to you from my other Facebook page, Living Wells of Love Foundation. That looks good. Will be my Monday. Okay. All right. Hopefully you got all the ingredients written down, but it's really simple. It's not hard at all. So on Fridays at 7 p.m., I come on the Living Wells of Love Foundation page and share with you what I do as far as the nonprofit is concerned. I appreciate your support in your giving to help those who are disabled, children and women, and men too, and helping them to get training and development and skills, you know, so that they can have a living and make a living for themselves and so forth. And so that's one of the nonprofits that I support. And then there's another young lady who has 12 orphans or 12 children whose parents are on drugs, and so she takes care of them. And so, you know, we do what we can to help support where we can. And so your contributions are appreciated. And anything that you give on the website is safe and secure as far as your information. I never see any of it. It goes to a company. And so feel free to give. We also have our water drive on there. If you go to the website and just go to the menu and click on water drive, we're having a water drive. So that way we got a goal of, you know, building up funds so we can dig wells in villages that need wells, and they need, you know, clean drinking water and or bottled water. All right, so that is some of the things that we're doing on the nonprofit. And again, if you want to volunteer, or if you want to partner with me and you want to come on board and help me in this work, feel free to do so. I'm looking for anyone who has a heart to give of themselves and from themselves. So again, thank you for joining me. This is the Blue Couch and Company, and you are my Blue Couchers and my company on the Blue Couch. And this has been the Big Thumbs Up Thursday show that comes to you every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the encouragement. I appreciate it. I had fun with you today. Thanks, sis. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.